this over yet?
Yeah.
The wallflower, I'm just like, I don't have any friends. Siri, what is ostracizing?
I'm just like...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm McKenna, and today I am with the Pardy twins. I'm with Sarah and Emma, and we just filmed...
Party twins.
We just filmed a Q&A
that's our
on their...
YouTube name. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm so used to every Wilson person.
I know, I just think of it as Sarah and Emma.
Okay.
We just filmed a college Q&A on their channel, so go check that out. I'll be sure to link everything down below. But we're going to finish the second half, and we're going to focus on high school and college. But we never mentioned how we knew each other, but we went to preschool together.
Yeah, literally.
And
well,
no
one knows what preschool.
But yeah, we live like maybe 2 miles away from each other. We also went to high school together.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've known each other for a while, so it's pretty cool to get together and film a YouTube video. They make awesome college vids, vlogs. They're very good at makeup and hair, as you can tell. I just slapped stuff on today.
I just put my hair up. It's falling out in the back.
I was like, how do you do this? But we're just going to go with it. Anyway, so we're going to do high school versus college, and you guys submitted some questions, and we're going to answer some. So let's get started.
So I guess like a big thing is being a freshman in high school versus in college. I feel like in high school you're just like, what do they call it? Like freshman Friday or something? Like people make you think that's a thing, which it's not.
But like they joke about it.
They joke about it.
Is.
It's just like
there's
the
just
freshman is the bottom of the totem pole in high school.
You're just very ostracized.
Yeah.
But in college it doesn't feel that way. Siri, what is ostracizing?
I'm just like typing in Google. No, yeah, but like there's just a lot of like you're ranked at whatever your grade is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, like and in high school as a senior, you're like, oh, I'm not talking to freshmen. Like I wouldn't be caught dead. But in college, no one really cares what your age is or what year you are. Like everyone is inclusive.
There's definitely still jokes about freshmen just because they do stupid things like wear their lanyards and that's
my god! If you were a freshman in college, do not wear your lanyard around your neck. Everyone will know you are a freshman.
I saw the funniest tweet like in the beginning of the year that was like, do college freshmen like get their lanyards tangled while they're like hooking up?
That is so funny. Oh my god.
Yeah. Other high schools do this thing where they encourage doing college classes while you're in high school, and you can also get obviously AP credits, but a lot of people I know, for example, came in as a sophomore status already because of how much they took. I even know people that came in with, like, technically their associates even after graduating high school. And, like,
not even one AP credit.
Yeah, and not even, like, having to go.
I had photography, AP photography.
Yeah, that's all I had.
That's more than I had.
The only thing they really encourage at our high school is AP credits, but I know, like, I don't know, sophomore means a different thing in high school than it does in college because, like, it's more of a year thing, whereas in college it's more of a credit-based thing. So, like, if you're under 45 credits, you're a freshman, but, like, some people come in for their first year of college with more than 45 credits, so, like, technically they're a sophomore or junior.
Yeah. Or graduate within 3 years or whatever, because they just had so many from college. So.
Yeah.
Kids in high school are way different, at least at our high school, so it was just, like, A, B, C, D, F. And then in college, it's A minus, B plus, B minus.
There's
like
also A
that whole thing.
Which that's hard to get.
Yeah, good luck
Some
with that.
teachers just don't even give A pluses.
Yeah.
I've never
Usually
had
it's
a
like a
teacher that
99%, which good luck.
But yeah, like an A is like a 4.0 and an A minus is a 3.7. So like
an A minus in high school is a 4.0.
Yeah,
and when I learned that, I was like, I'm dropping out.
Yeah. In high school, I had like a 3.8. I averaged like B plus, A minus, and that's what I average now in college, and I have like a 3.5, which is still good, but it's like, but it's like very hard to attain that GPA that you had in high school because it's the grading system is so much more different.
I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with tests and academics. I feel like tests are a lot more, like, they're weighted way higher in college than they are in high school, so you kind of have to study more.
I totally agree.
And the workload's a little heavier.
Yeah.
In high school, you just kind of got away with not really having to study that much, and just like, or just like turning in more assignments, and like attendance counted more towards your grades versus in college, like there'll be people studying in the library till like 2 a.m. and cramming for a test and whatnot. So, but that ties into like prioritizing and learning how to time management.
Yeah, time management is so important compared to in high school.
Yeah. And that kind of segues into the next topic. Time management, honestly. So it sounds super stressful because everyone's always like, oh my god, you do so much more work in college. I honestly didn't have too much of a problem because I'm already like a pretty organized like person, I guess. But also the fact that you're, like, in a college, like, school setting, especially if you're living on campus, it just really helps with that, I think, because you're just in that environment all the time.
Well,
to, like,
plus you're not
schoolwork.
sitting in a class or at a school for 7 hours a day. You have actual gaps between your
There's
classes
less
most of the time. Yeah.
Resentment.
Yeah, because even if you had, like, an early morning class, you have the option to go back to your dorm and crank out the homework. Like,
or take a nap.
Yeah, honestly.
Prioritize.
Sometimes you have to prioritize naps over
once
homework,
I had
honestly.
an 8:30 a.m. and right after that class I'd go to my room, take a nap, and then go to my next class at 10 a.m. So,
it's
or no, 11.
But yeah, just prioritize. And honestly, sometimes it's just best to keep busy.
Yeah.
So then you learn how to prioritize and to time manage, and like you only have a certain amount of time to do your homework versus when you have nothing to do and you're just laying in your bed watching Netflix all day and you're like, I'll do it later, and you never end up doing it.
Yeah, like in high school you have a lot more freedom when it comes to like planning out your time, I guess, but in college, like there's kind of a certain time where you have to like realize like this is when doing this assignment is going to work, so I have to do it then. Whereas in high school, I feel like you definitely have more openness to like procrastinate and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
So you kind of like can't really do that in college as much unless like you don't care too much. College is kind of like people know like if you don't get a good grade, like that was your first term there, so it's like kind of time to buffer and like figure yourself out. So like if you do get bad grades your first term or semester of college, I wouldn't worry too much because you're still learning about how to time manage. That skill does not come overnight. You have to really get good at it. Like get a planner. Make a, like, I personally have a giant, like, to-do board on my wall just to remind myself to get stuff done. Like, you just have to learn how to motivate yourself to, like, get things done that you know you need to get done in, like, a timely manner.
Okay, then I guess for classes, so someone was kind of talking about, someone commented on one of my pictures, like, asking the difference between college English and high school English, and I definitely feel like in high school English was just such a broad spectrum of things, whereas in college English would be more like, oh, do you want to take fairy tale or play script whatever English, and
or
then like
creative writing or like those kinds of things.
And then there's just other things like if you want to get all the broad spectrum of things, you'd have to take different classes like comparative literature or writing, like just stuff like that. So
so like English in high school, it definitely like incorporates a bunch of different like language arts categories, whereas like in college, at least for like our major, there's like a language arts category, but under that falls English, writing, comparative literature, like all humanities, all these other things. So like I don't know, there's just
I don't know if
more
that makes
focus.
sense.
So like classes are more broad in high school, and classes are more focused on like a very specific topic in college.
In my high school English classes, like I felt like I read just a lot of books and then we had a report on it versus in college, like I took a mindfulness and meditation class, which is my English class, and like we read a bunch of studies about it's like what? About how like meditation and mindfulness affects your brain and like your health and stuff.
Nice.
And so then we like learned about that and then we wrote about it. So it was kind of like versus where you're being forced to read a book that's unfortunately not on SparkNotes, and then you have to figure out.
Oh my god!
So I don't think I've had to read a single book in college.
Yeah,
honestly, I did, but it wasn't bad.
We were supposed to, but you can get away with it.
Depending
on the class.
Yeah, it really depends.
But I honestly don't think I read a single book in high school either, even though I had signed. I just read SparkNotes.
You find a way.
Yeah. The next topic is living situation.
That's definitely one of the biggest like culture shocks from going to college versus high school. Because you just like, obviously you're probably living with your family in a house with a bunch of things that you just have handed to you, but in college you're in a tiny dorm. Well, in our case it was a tiny dorm, and then like dining hall food. You don't get your mom making nice meals. You just have to kind of learn to live in kind of a not worse situation, but just like a very different situation.
An adaptable situation, especially living with at least one roommate. Like they might be more of a night owl while you're more of a morning person, learning on when it's okay to turn on and off the lights. Like, are you playing music out loud? Are you trying to study? Are you watching Netflix? Are you putting your headphones in? Like, are you taking calls? It's just like, it's literally just having someone that you're living with, and obviously you get really close to them because you learn a lot about them, but as the year goes on, you learn, like, when they become more comfortable, what stuff that they're more susceptible to be doing, and their habits, whether they're good or bad.
Definitely.
And that's just something that you have to learn to adapt to, especially in real life when you might be living in an apartment post-grad life, and you have to live with people.
Living in a dorm definitely sets you up for living anywhere, I feel like.
Yeah. Let's see.
So then I guess with dorms comes bathrooms. That's a different
communal
thing.
bathrooms.
Communal bathrooms. Most people have communal bathrooms. I know some people have dorms where their bathroom is just in their room, which there were definitely some.
Most people are.
I didn't have that. I was not blessed
situation.
with that lifestyle, but or that wallet.
Both don't have. That. But yeah, like in our hall, we had like it's a 3-stall bathroom and 3-stall shower, and that's
like
just
a
something.
Lot of bathrooms,
And that's just something, and you have to learn how to shower in shower shoes. I guess you don't really have to learn it, but it's just an adjustment. And when you come home, you're like, oh my gosh,
yeah, it's so
my
weird.
feet are naked.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
So that's nice, but it's also like getting up in the morning and you have to like go in the bright lights and brush your teeth, and then people are being loud, or people might be playing music and showering.
It's like you go to the bathroom, and if it's like the middle of the night, you're just completely awake because you had to walk across the hall, go to the bathroom, whereas at home I just like walk outside and it's right there, and I don't get woken up really.
And also at our school specifically, we are on the same floor as guys too, so that's also kind of like
that just depends on what dorm you're in and what college you go to, because mine was all girls dorm.
Yeah, because they can be especially messy.
But who knows? Maybe you share a bathroom with your brother already, so it
that's just not that big of adjustment.
Yeah, but I think it really like depends on where you go. I know some other people have like giant communal bathrooms where there's like 10 stalls and like 10 showers. That's crazy.
I think the standard's usually like 3 showers, 3 bathrooms, and then like 3 sinks or something like that. So,
and also learning how to adjust if people are showering and there's not an open shower, or like it's just you learn
get
patience.
The dry shampoo ready.
Yeah, you just gotta learn how to adapt, and that's just something that you'll have to live with the rest of your life.
I feel like that kind of goes with time management too. Like there's usually like a certain time of day like when people do like their routines, so you just kind of have to find when to like squeeze your shower in, and like when that works with your schedule too. Because I know like I would always do it.
I'd always do it at the same time. Every day.
Like I would do it at the same time because I knew that's what worked, and I didn't want to have to wait for a shower to open all the time. But
okay. Making friends in like your social life in high school versus college. So, what were you gonna say?
We were gonna say how different it was, because in high school, you're coming into high school with your friends that you were from middle school, because mainly it's your feeder school. It might be different if you go to a private high school, but kinda usually, your feeder middle schools will go into high school and you already have friends, versus college, obviously depending on which college you go to, but like for me going to a small college, I didn't really know many people, and so then that was a whole new experience for me, like kind of starting fresh and having to be a social butterfly and meet new people, versus where sometimes if you go to a bigger school and you still hang out with the people that you went to high school with, which might happen depending on where you go, then you can still know a lot of people and already have friends. So
you definitely have a lot more freedom to meet whoever you want in college, but in high school you definitely know a lot more people that you already knew before, so.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about this a little bit in our video too, like just the big college versus small college thing, like it kind of varies depending on where you go, like socially, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will link all of their socials below, and go check out the other part of the Q&A where we talk about big colleges versus small colleges, and anything else. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and go follow all of our socials. Bye, guys.
Bye.